Well, back at it in this little area. I took this piece here off of here. Gary says take these off. It's easier to put your motor back in, get the rubbers in, the rubber deals in there. I was kind of wondering, like when this is here, it seemed like there's a big awful gap in here. Like it's not going to hold anything tight, and it's really tight here. So I wonder if this should get bent down a little bit, because this seems right. Because I guess you get your rubber sealant in there. You get this in there, and then it would hold it up nice and tight. Get it in there the right way. Yeah, gotta go back behind there. But anyways, I'm gonna take this, and I got the back piece here. It was in the back. This is the one that was all banged up, and I kind of straightened it on here, which would be easier if I straightened it off of here. Let's see, like that. So I can straighten this up pretty nice now. Actually, smart enough to take it off. Gary's like, take that off, take that off. So yeah, I can get that a little straighter, straighten it up nice. I'll probably put some new clips on, but I got these on here. I just stuck them on and took a needle nose and just bent them in between so they don't move. And I'll see, maybe I'll paint them and reuse them. I have some new ones, but we'll see, we'll try that. You know, I was always putting them on a wire and they're all blowing together, but I just bent a little piece between. I could just cut it and toss the wire away. So that's what I'm working on now. Maybe I could just get new screws for this. I'd probably have new screws with these clips, but I've been trying to sandblast them too. But anyways, that's what I'm working on back in the motor bay here today. And now I got the sandblaster, seems to be working like really super good. I'm not even gonna wire wheel this. I'm just gonna take this there and just hit it. And I should probably straighten this out a little bit first, but then let's go. Let's blast her up and get cracking in here again. So all right, I've been underneath this thing for hours and days, it seems like. I still got the other side to do. This side's pretty good. I kind of just cleaned out the wheel well area, all this. It seems like it's got like some kind of undercoating spray on it, kind of chunky, rough stuff. I think whoever originally restored this truck back in Florida, I don't know if they took a rag, a greasy rag with grease, but there's spots underneath this thing with grease all up in the corner, way up in there. It's like they took a rag and wiped grease. I don't know if they were doing that for rust proofing, but I know a lot of spots, not up back. There was a little bit up here, but more in the center of the truck, on the bottom of the truck floor. There's just random spots where they had just, it's grease. It's just like grease, like they just, I don't think if they sprayed it, they would have been able to spray the whole thing, but it's like just certain areas they glob grease. So I'll take some lacquer thinner and wipe that off. I wire wheeled and cleaned in here, and I started blowing, and there is just a ton of crap. If you stick up in here, it must go up behind here and be a place to catch it up in here above the top of the spring here. So there's a ton of junk coming out of there, and in here, and in this other hole here, and the C-member. You could just sit there with your air hose and just keep blowing and blowing and blowing and blowing and blowing. It just keeps coming out. So before I clean this side up, I'm gonna go blow that other side up. I'm gonna run 2 fans and blow it outside, and just see if I can get everything that's loose out of there for now, you know, I mean, and go from there. I'll probably spray this. Well, I was gonna spray, I seen this truck bed liner spray, and I just bought a couple of cans because I thought, hey, it's bed liner. It's gonna be tough, right? So I did a test spray this last week. So it's probably been 4 or 5 days. And I came out here today, and you can just grab it with your fingernail. It doesn't go through, but you can scratch it off. I'm like, I think that's crap if it's gonna be bed liner. I mean, that's gonna just be scratched up in your bed right away. I thought, yeah, you know, this stuff might be pretty tough, you know. I thought, maybe do the whole motor bay. And I was cleaning it up, and as it was shining up, looking nice, I was like, there's no way I was gonna spray anything like this in it that has a kind of a chunky roughness to it because it turned out real nice. So that will get sprayed out with a satin Canyon black, like a semi-gloss satin. So I won't be using this, but then I thought, well, under here, you know, and I'm like, I don't know if that's good, or like just a underbody spray, undercoating. I got all the loose stuff kind of off and brushed it, so I'll just spray that out. This here will get all painted the Canyon black. I do have new Monroe shocks to put on it. I was told that these ones were pretty good. Someone said they had used them on hers. It's a 34750 all the way around, I believe. And so I'd like to get new shocks put in here. And these I got on Amazon, and they were like 37% off. So they were like, I don't know, maybe like 80 bucks for all four or something, or fairly inexpensive. We'll see once we get them on, if we get them on. And what else? So I took the whole backer plate off, and Gary had says use a hose clamp. Now I tried to use the smaller one, and it's not good enough, so I took next size bigger one, and I cut like a half inch of it off or so, 3/4 of an inch, so wouldn't be in the way. And yeah, I got that on there and tightened it up, and I wire wheeled and cleaned this here first to get the dirt out, and blew out what I could, because there's probably junk stuck underneath these little deals that poke out to hold it once it goes through the hole. And and then I did spray some penetrating in it, wire wheeled it from both sides, and just kind of cleaned it up before I even tried to get out. It took a little bit to figure it out, and then once I did, it wasn't too bad. He said it can be kind of a bear. I did pull all the brakes apart off of this one. They were on backwards anyways. What else? Oh yeah. So when I did I was originally going to I'm still going to replace the master cylinder up front and all the brake lines on here. And I wasn't going to replace these because they were have been replaced recently, but I'm going to replace them anyways because I was told to use .5 oil in it. I think we'll use .3, and I heard that's a rust from the inside out. And when I did pop this one off, and the oil and the brake fluid started coming out, it was just pretty black, nasty. So we will just replace all these. Maybe I'll blow these out with cleaner and just throw them on the shelf for now. Just the hoses. I'm definitely, a while back, I don't know, 3-4 months ago, there was an ad that popped up on my phone about hose wrenches, and they were ratchet ones, and I like, man, these are pretty cool, you know. And I tried to order them. I told my wife, I told Jill, I said, I'd like to order these are cool, you know. And so she tried to order them, and it was like kind of like a scam crap thing, but I know they do have them elsewhere, and Amazon and stuff, because I could only get like a little tiny turn on it where it was located. I was like, man, if I had those ratchet ones, you know, they'd be great. So I'm gonna look into getting a set of them. I did order a set of wrenches up to, like, I don't know, from 3/8, quarter or 3/8, all the way to 1 1/4 inch that are like, I don't know, 3/16 or something like that. They're very thin, because I've been having all over the place need these narrow wrenches, and I don't, you know, I have tons and tons of tools, so I thought, and I've been ordering more tools to work on stuff, just to make stuff. I mean, you can get it, but yeah, or you take a wrench and you grind it down, but they were fairly inexpensive and they'll do the job. And it came metric and standard, and I was at Harbor Freight, and I figured, I'll look to see what they had there, and they just had a set of flat ones. They were just one-ended, and they only had metrics, and they were like 68 bucks for just that one set. So I didn't need nothing like that. And so I just ordered them on Amazon and got them like the next day. So I'm gonna put some penetrating oil on the top and try to pull the shock absorber off and see if there's any more cleaning I can do in here a little bit. I do want to just clean a little more, blow it off, blow the other side off really good out, because like I said, 5 minutes blowing stuff out of here, chunks, dirt, and blow the other side out good, blow us out good, clean it. I got to cut some bolt off up there that was welded on. I think they were trying to do a hanger on there. I still got to weld all this back up here, but I'm going to get Gary tomorrow in the morning. We're doing our little project here, and I figured earlier today, hey, I'm going to pull this back plate off of for the brakes and get that. I took and sandblasted it, and I painted it. I'm just going to paint this area out, try to get that new shock in here, and then Gary come over and show me how to do a brake job on this thing. I'm sure I can figure it out myself, but you know, maybe you'll just show me the easier way of doing it. I do have some brake tools here. Don't know if they're the proper ones. Don't know how to use them. I was trying to figure out how to get them on the springs and stuff. I do have another one somewhere else. This one, I got these from, I do believe I got these from a Corvair pick, and they were laying in with the Corvair stuff. So I don't know. He'll look at it and go, nah, those are the wrong ones, or you're doing it wrong. So he'll show me, let me know. And then maybe we can do these brakes on this one here. I know I'm just gonna be welding and making a mess here, but I can at least do the brake on here and just cover this up with plastic and then continue. I didn't want to paint anything until everything was completely kind of cleaned up in here and welded up and ready to go and just paint the whole thing. But I could paint this and then cover it up for now, and then when I go to paint everything, I'll go ahead and paint everything and pull this off and then reshoot it again. I don't know if I should paint this flat machine surface here or not. I'm gonna, of course, tape the threads off. I'm gonna put new nuts on there and lock washers right away. Some better grade 8s. So we got it all cleaned underneath, all pretty good. I'm gonna try to get that shock absorber off now. Actually, I'm gonna go over here and blow that crap out, get these fans on, blow that out, and then go from there. I think it's gonna be a late night for me here tonight. So, all right, keep cracking on her. Now I got 2 fans going, blowing it out. Up in there. It's crazy. It's just full. Jesus. Jesus. Phew. If I knew all this was in here, I would have cleaned that out way before I started wire wheeling anything here. It's crazy, crazy. That C-frame, I think, is like full. Suppose your wheels just kick it up, it goes in there, it's got nowhere else to go. You should have like a big hole in the center or something with a plug in it. Well, I'm gonna work on this, blowing this junk out, and then go back to that side. It's up in here. Blowing in your C member, I believe, and up in here. And then you have to get back down there and blow it. The big chunks back out. But it's packed up in there. It's probably all the way across that C member, maybe. I'll blow it this way and I'll go on the other side and blow and see if it comes back out. And we'll get her, you know. We'll get the junk out of there a bit anyways. Well, that's a mess. There actually was some rat's nest, mice nest stuff in there too. I had to keep blowing it back and forth. Kept blowing her back in there. I go in here and blow out what I can, and then blow out the C member back the other way, and it would start blowing out on that side. And it came back and forth 6-7 times or so, and like I said, there was mice nest stuff even in there. Yeah, she's nasty. I don't know. I'll blow this up. I'm gonna drop her down and drop the lift down and blow from top down. Blow us off a little bit more, and then I know I got to clean enough in there, and then I'm gonna work on getting this shock out. Hopefully I get the shock replaced, or you know, get it out so I can replace it, and then I will get this here at least painted up a little bit. So maybe tomorrow. All right, it's looking pretty good under here. I dropped her down, blew off the top, brought her up. I swept out the floor, the bay, cleaned it up a little bit. I'm gonna go take like go for about 2 hours now. What is it? Oh, it's 2 o'clock, it'll be about 2:30. I get to the house, take a quick shower, feed the dogs, cook up something, eat some dinner, and come back out here and get dirty again. I'm gonna pull a second shift, I think, on it and work till I'm tired, and try to get this here done here, to shock off and all that, and see what else I can get done here. So while I still have enough energy in me. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take like a 2-hour break. I've been out here, I came out of the house at 5:30 this morning. It's so after 2 now. We'll keep cranking on her, but I need a good break, and maybe a little something to eat. All right, I'm back in the shop. It's going on. It's like going on 5, quarter to 5. I did blast this earlier and gave it a coat of paint. Looks pretty good. It was really rusty. The sandblaster, bead blaster, it's working really good, man. It tore through this like pronto. Yeah, I went and cleaned up, took a shower, fed the dogs, ate, relaxed a little bit, came out, fed Jill's tortoise. Yeah, we got a big old tortoise, and back in the shop for a little while. See how long I last. All right, try to get that shock out next, I guess. All right, so my bottle jack wouldn't fit under there, so I set this one up there. I jacked it up just a little bit, and I'm letting her back down. I can sit on that because I don't know how far. I'm assuming I take the shock out, it'll drop all the way. Never put shocks on before. I see they got this little wire holding it from going out. And I do want to paint this before I go ahead and put this shock in there. So I don't know, maybe I'm doing it right, wrong, I don't know. We'll see. Get that shock out. This is pretty stable, so it's just lifted up a little bit. So, and I got it on the blocks. This is out of my way. So I'll get that shock off of there now. I got the top, there you go, top nut can come off. I'm glad I thought of that before I was going to start pulling the bottom down. I'm like, this whole thing's probably going to drop. In case you never did a shock before like myself, there is a little flat. So you can put that on there, put something on there, a wrench. I put this because it was big and it was really cranking. And you can crank your nut all the way up, and by then it pretty much comes off. I did put penetrating oil on to help. So, all right, let's get her off. All right, I got this one off here. And there's another one there. I got the top nut off, and that came in a chunk of rubber that's gone. I'm glad I blocked this because I think it would have just came down. I don't know how far. I'm sure it would have came down. I don't know how far. There we go. I don't know how old these things are. But they're all like kind of cool looking. But all right, that's off. I am going to clean up these two bolts, and I'm going to wire wheel and clean in here a little bit more and clean around that spring the best I can, and cover up with some stuff here, and this is just going to get painted, and that's what I'm doing. All right, there's a stud well, not a stud, somebody took a bolt and welded the head on right there. And maybe a washer. It looks like they welded a washer and a head of a bolt. I'm gonna at least take the bolt off and grind it out. I might let that washer thing lay, I don't know. Maybe I'll take the washer off too. But I'm gonna get that off of there. Yeah, that's gone. They got some weld here. There's not weld up there. They welded pretty good. I should probably get that off of there. I don't know if I have to or not. I could leave it. I could try to cut it off. I don't want to cut all over into the bed. You know, I'm getting it a little bit. Maybe I got it enough. A couple little, I didn't want to gouge it. Yeah, there we go. Not too bad. Just a hot washer. Oh yeah, they filled the center of it in with weld too. All right, I'll take and clean that up with a soft pad. All right, she's gone pretty good. I mean, I don't know if this is factory undercoating on here. I don't know if they did that, but I just kind of blended some of that in because there'll be nothing here. I said, I think I'm just gonna spray the undercoating in here. Call it good enough. It's Arizona, not gonna be driving around in rainstorm, snow, stuff like that. So that's taken care of. I don't know, do I start on this or just blow this off and clean it? I gotta cover some of this and spray this and call it a day. Let's figure out what I want to do. I don't have undercoating on, because I still gotta do this mess here. All right, this is where I'm at now. I think I'm gonna take and cut that all out, cut that cancer out of there to there. And I'm gonna cut, they put a weld here to hold this, and a glob of crap there for a weld. I'm gonna leave that one for now, but I'm going to, I don't know what this is here. I mean, I know what it is. It's all busted in. It's like, I don't know, it was punched in really hard. So I'm gonna heat that up and bend it back out. And it looks like that bolt, a bolt right there, was supposed to be down like here. So I'll get this thing down, and if I can get that back, if I get that all back, best I can. I don't want to get these too hot here. Get that down the best I can and pulled out and welded, and that down under. I should be able to drill a hole, maybe, and bolt this up here, I guess, and I have to make a piece here and get it behind here, an angle. I want to put an angle on there, bend an angle, or whatever I gotta do. So they must start working on that. All right, I'm gonna take and heat up that area right there that's cut from the outside and pushed in. I'm gonna heat it up, and I'm gonna take a metal rod and knock it back through here. The floor originally was supposed to be on top here. I want to take that bolt out, and it's just, there's nothing left of it here. There's another bolt back there, and that ain't gonna probably come out neither. I'm going to just cut around it, straighten it out, cut around it, and weld this piece, I think, on the underside. I don't know. We'll see what I can do here. We'll see what works best. I can't get too crazy here, because this is all fill in the back here, and it's already cracking and hanging and crap. So I don't want to start damaging the vehicle out to here. I'm already got this all gone way up in here, and it's hanging. So I'm gonna have to put a piece all the way in there and attach it in here, put an angle on there, maybe an angle. So that's what I'm gonna do now. These are the pieces I pulled. This is a piece I cut off of there. And there was actually nothing left at the bottom. Here's another piece I pulled out. Another piece. This was the bolt that was there. I figured, I could take the bolt out, and there's just nothing left. So like I said, I don't want to have to be doing always stuff up in here. That would be the correct way, but that's not what I'm doing. I'm just getting it underneath fixed up a bit, getting this sealed up in here, all sealed up and looking better, and getting the drivetrain and everything going real good, all new, better, replaced, reliable a little bit. Really nice if I had a helper, a helper. All right, let's get this swung over. I'll burn something down. Let me go turn my gas on. Did I turn it on? I don't think so. I don't think so. Well, I did turn it on. I don't know, it's been a long day. What is it? It's going on 7. 5, 12, 11 and a half hours probably. 11, at least a good 11 hours work time. For sure. Don't need that. Turn nice and orange really quick. super quick. Best I can see. Best I can see. I have eyes on both sides. Yeah, need to be out a little more over here on the bottom. Not bad. I said. Come on. Come on, baby. Two-man job. I'm only one. Oh. All right, I got this side closed up pretty good. I just want to hit it with a little bit of weld on there. And I'm gonna heat this side. And then I put this in there and just pound it. It's 100 times better already. 100 times better. So, good. I'm getting tired, I'm getting pooped. Pooped, tired. Yeah. But we're getting her done. Okay. I think we're just right that one spot. That's good that I got some penetration burnt through. I don't mind, because I'm going to grind her flat. Okay, that's good there. Maybe a little above it. There we go. I'm going to heat some more. And just keep doing that back and forth. I'm gonna try this spot right over here next. Gotta come out or not. It came out and got pretty tight on that side, so hit her harder. Don't burn yourself. Get her hotter. A little hot. There we go. Turn up the gas a little bit. A little hotter. And we're quick. Don't burn yourself. I wish I could go this way, but I can't. I can't see. And I can't see. I can't see. Man, I wish the bottom would come. I think I could get a, I don't know, step stool and try to whack. Maybe I could, we'll see. I'll get a step stool in here so I can get in there so I'm not hanging over and burning myself. All right. I got her looking pretty, you know, she's all filled in. I can heat it up some more, a little bit, and tap some more of those dents out, but it's not too bad, you know. It's not too bad. I'm happy with it so far. Now I'm gonna try to clean this up enough and paint this up a bit, clean up a little bit, and call it a night, I think, but that'll probably be another hour and a half, 2 hours. So hey guys, I got it all sprayed up. It looks pretty good. The backing plate, I had that all sandblasted or bead blasted. Blaster did a really good job now. I got that one dent knocked out and welded in, or that big cut thing. I still have to do that, this whole area here, but got it all cleaned, sprayed it, real heavy. Couple coats on there, looking real good. I didn't spray, I sprayed up a little bit in here. I think I'm gonna do the undercoat in there once I get this welded up. I didn't want to just really, didn't really just want to paint one little area. Want to wait until I was all done with everything, but I have Gary coming over tomorrow to do some other stuff, and I think we got time. In the morning I can get the shock on hopefully, and this plate back on, and maybe he can show me how to do the brakes correctly, because you know, I just ripped the springs off, and he'll show me the right way to do it, 1, 2, 3. I could probably figure it out myself, but you know, if you just the little knowledge, he can show you of how tricks and stuff work, you know, to do it. That'd be great. It's going on 9. So I mean, I got up at 3, out at 5, and maybe total of 3 hours of break time today, and so it's like about 13-hour day time. I mean, I guess I gotta go and take a shower again, second shower, so it'll probably be about 10 by the time I get to go to bed, and I'll probably be wound up and won't be able to sleep till 11:30. So yeah, looks really good. I'm very happy with it. Very, very good. Yep, get this shock on and get her done, right? Right. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Corvair Addiction.